So what kind of God he say such a thing? This is the God? This is really God? There's mountains in heaven, he break from it. If we ask the Muslims, why the sky is blue? Hey Muslims, why the sky is blue? Any Muslim have an idea? Why the sky is blue? The sky is blue because the earth is surrounded by a mountain. Its name is Qaf. And this mountain is surrounding the earth from every direction. Read carefully. Chapter 50, verse number 1, Qaf. He asked the Muslim, what is this Qaf? He said, and from the narration of the authority of Ibn Abbas, he said, in his interpretation of Allah saying Qaf, he said Qaf is an azure mountain overlooking the world, and the color of the sky take from it. True story. This is true. Why the sky is blue? Because there's a mountain, it's called Qaf, and it's blue. This is why there's a Western band, they sing a song that says, oh mommy, mommy blue, oh mommy blue, oh mommy. Now we know where the song is coming from. I was wondering where the song is coming from. I mean, this guy is just born singing oh mommy, and then oh mommy blue. Who knows such a knowledge save Allah? Blue? Obviously, this is from God. This is truly from God. It's an azure mountain. Look, it's not a normal mountain, it's an azure mountain. And this azure mountain is overlooking the earth. It's a fence around the earth is flat. There's a mountain around it in the corners or the sides. And the sky is blue because of this mountain. Makes sense? Once I was saying, I was in a radio show, so I want to say make sense instead of I said it make sex. So when Jesus said, or the Bible, the New Testament said, for him and by him everything was created, and nothing was created without him. That is confirmed in the verse which this Muslim he posed for us in Isaiah chapter 48, verse number 13. And the Messiah, he made it so clear that I exist with the Father before everything, anything came to exist. And you know, remember, while the Muslim trying to argue with us about Jesus, if he is God or not, we are arguing with Muslims about the stupidity of their book and about their prophet being sexual predator. So we debate them about Jesus being God because he's so good to the point. Is he God or is not? I mean, he's so good. Do you notice that? We don't discuss about Jesus, about how bad he is, how disgusting he is. We discuss about how good he is. Even no Muslim dare to say that Jesus was bad. But the Quran says clearly that Muhammad was bad. Yet the Quran is made by Muhammad. The reason for that, Muhammad, in the time he was exist, he have to cleanse his image. People, they knew he's filthy. So he said, okay, well, Allah, he said to me, he might forgive my sin. Yeah, Allah, he might forgive my sin. Chapter 48, verse number 2. Allah saying to Allah that Allah may forgive these sin. I mean, have you ever heard of a God saying to God? I mean, if you are God, how you say, may Allah forgive your sin? Does Islam have a reason why Jesus was crucified? Well, Islam does not tell us that Jesus was crucified. Islam says someone else was crucified. But I know what you are trying to say. Does Islam explain why the Jews try to crucify Jesus, correct? No. The Quran say two words. The Jews, they said, we killed Isa, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah. Why? We don't know why. And why somebody, he believe in Allah, he want to kill a messenger of Allah, doesn't make sense. How come they are believers and yet they want to kill the messenger of God if they believe in him? It's a stupid cult. Kareem, nobody drink alcohol as much as Muslims, and as long drinking alcohol is bad, so how hypocrite it is that Allah, he promised you a river of alcohol. You see the hypocrisy, Kareem? Drinking alcohol does not make you bad. It's what you do. If you get drunk and you start doing bad things, that make you bad. Otherwise, alcohol is food and it's useful. Alcohol is a useful thing. Is used as a medicine. People who have heart, doctors, they advise them to drink a little of wine every day. Go check. Alcohol is not the problem. People is the problem. So if alcohol, according to Allah in the Quran, is from the shaitan, then how Allah, he promised you alcohol in heaven? Allah will buy alcohol from shaitan? And your prophet used to teach people how to make alcohol, and he used to be drunk most of the week. In chapter 5, verse number 90, it says that alcohol is from the tools of shaitan. Okay, wonderful. As long it is from shaitan, how alcohol, which is made by shaitan, end in the heaven of Allah? Can you answer me? Hey, he changed the topic. Now he don't want to talk about it. Muslims, as long alcohol is from the shaitan, from Satan, how come Allah is buying his alcohol from shaitan, importing it to heaven? Any answer? If you say to me this alcohol will not make you get drunk, as some Muslims they say, that means this is not alcohol, this is cheating, fabricated. This is fake alcohol. It's alcohol free. So how you call it alcohol? Right? The heaven of Islam is nothing but a bunch of drunk people. Actually, even in the time of Muhammad, the Arab, they used to die laughing at the Muslims praying, because they used to drink and drunk like a crazy, and then they start praying to Allah. Muhammad, he stand in the middle, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If you don't believe me, read the story behind this verse in the Quran. In chapter 4, verse number 34, Allah said to the believers, O who you believer, draw not near the prayer when you are drunk. Do you see it? Why Allah, he said that? Read the tafsir. The Muslims, the Arab, they start laughing at Muhammad and his followers. They are a bunch of gang. They are gang. Literally, they are gang. They are drunk gang. They are falling apart around Muhammad. So Muhammad now, he said, okay, that's enough. And now he decided to become like tough with them. So what he said, please don't drink and pray. Like, what the heck with you? If this is from shaitan, why Allah don't say, hey, stop? They say to you, Islam came in stages. So Muhammad, he take over, And slowly, 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 he control you. Not right away. He fool you. Muhammad and the believers are a bunch of drunk people. Read it in front of you. Did Jesus say to the believers, don't pray when you are drunk? He did not say that. Why? Because he don't have any drunk around him. Who was drunk? Like Peter or Paul or who? Nobody. Muhammad, he does. Him and his followers, they are a bunch of drunk people. Gang. They walk in the street and they are drunk. Prophet Muhammad, when he walk in the street, he making zigzag. He don't walk correctly. He zigzag. All right. Do we have any Muhammadan want to say anything? The Prophet, he have tons of hadith teaching Muslims how to make wine. There's a woman, she's a very old woman. She went to Hajj. You know, in the Muslims, when they go to Hajj, they have to go around the Kaaba, you know. Let me show you an example. Actually, this is a life. You see, the Kaaba right now is empty. It's totally empty, actually. There's nobody there, you know. Since Prophet Corona, I mean, like now supposedly is more. Like in a certain point, there was nobody. And look like, it's like, you know, pagan people going around like stone, going in a circle, they go in a circle. What is that? So there's a woman, they stop her in the airport and they found with her a lot of whiskey. And she's an old woman. So the Saudi police, the custom, he said to her, shame on you. You are coming to Hajj and you are bringing whiskey? The old woman, she said, my son, I am so old to walk around the Kaaba. So I drink some wine and the Kaaba walk around me. Black label. Pagan cult. Look at this. What this is madness going around a room. In circle, like, you know, ants, you know, the ants. I don't know if you saw ants, what they do. What is this? What is the religion exactly I'm practicing when I go around this like this? Non-stop, go, go. Is that a Disneyland? Is that go dizzy? Is this game called Make Me Dizzy? So the woman, she cannot go walk around the Kaaba, so she drink black label, and the Kaaba walk around her. Actually, there's the guy who is the leader of the Ahmadiyya. He have a friend. His friend is a hashish businessman. So he said that when he went to the Kaaba, he did not go around the Kaaba go around him. And I believe it was the hashish influence. Yeah, there's a few people allowed, and now because now they have the vaccine. If you should see, like a few months ago, it was zero. There's nobody there, not even a person. And the funny is, Muhammad, he says that plague and those diseases cannot enter neither the city of Mecca or the city of Medina. So why you shut them down, right? Anyway, I think we have enough for today. Now, next time, we will have really a great time. We have a very interesting topic. I will leave the topic surprising for you. You will be very surprised. There's a bunch of Muslims are going crazy, so the video will be about them. Tell me 5 differences between Allah heaven and Christ heaven. First, in Islam there is no heaven, so we cannot compare. You see, if heaven is involved, 70 years orgasm, that is not heaven, that is a curse. If you are spending your life, eternity, doing nothing but except moving your waist backward, forward, having sex, how that can be heaven? You know what I mean? This is not heaven. This is a pimp house. They put a sign in the top of it and they said, this is heaven. There's somebody says, call me. I mean, you come now? After all this time, we are here for long, my friend. What about we call you next time? Let us give you a chance. I think you are the same person. It says you need to update your palto. So we don't have really any heaven to compare. Islam does not preach heaven. Islam preach hell, the house of the devil. A true God, he will not take the job of a pimp. Allah is a pimp. His job is to provide you women to F, excuse my language. That is not God. So never say, I'm going to compare between this heaven and this heaven, for that is hell. That is not heaven. Satan, he can call his hell heaven to deceive you. So you go and get in, and then you will never get out. That is Islam. True God, he don't promise you any promise which Muhammad he promised. When Muhammad he promised you that in heaven you will have women with big breasts. Is that a decent heavenly God promise? Is that the holy God talking? I will give you women with big breasts or big boobs. Where is the holiness of God? Let us say you have a birthday, and then somebody, he come to you in the birthday and he gave you a gift, and it is a porn movie. And he claimed to be a holy man. God. He's God. Does that make sense to you? In this case, this God, not only he is giving you a porn movie, he make you the porn movie, you yourself. That cannot be from God. This is not a talk of God. This is a talk of the devil who tried to tempt me and tempt you. And we as a men, we get tempted by women, and women get tempted by men. So Satan, he knew perfectly what is our weakness, and from your weakness he will grab you. Sex, money, gold, silver, food. All the heaven of Islam is nothing but from the stomach and down. Read it. Drink, a grape, women, boys, gold, silver, diamond, pearls, saffron. That's it. Your house in the heaven is a brick of gold, a brick of silver. But ask yourself, who is the one who tried to deceive us by gold and silver? God? What is the value of gold and silver in heaven anyway? Actually, it's going to be ugly to have a house. The brick of it is one piece of gold and one piece of silver. That is disgusting. Who of us like to live inside a tank? Imagine, you can go actually buy now. There's a paint. There's a gold paint. It's expensive. Yes, from gold, made from gold. You can spray your house inside from gold, but that will look ugly. Your house will look totally ugly. Imagine you look at the floor, it's gold. You look at the ceiling, it's gold. You will go crazy. It's not comfortable. This is not God, my friend. What kind of God he promised you that each time you have sex with the women, Allah, he will put his finger there and he will make her virgin again?